Hi, everybody. This is Melissa Barron. It's so nice to see you guys on the Orlando Power Yoga YouTube channel. Woohoo! Thanks for joining me. I'm going to offer you guys a 60-minute class this evening. We're going to focus on hip opening and getting your heart rate up a little bit, nice and slow at the end to kind of cool you down and soothe you as much as possible. So with that, go ahead and let's get started. If you have any props, maybe a bolster or blocks, I've got two here. I have those handy. Otherwise, you can use pillows or anything else you have around your house. So let's get started, guys. Let's come to child's pose to start. So opening your knees nice and wide towards the back of your mat. Your toes can touch. Relax. Maybe open your legs a little bit wider. Allow your belly to gently fall between your thighs. And just start breathing here, yogis. Maybe walk your fingertips towards the edge of the front of the mat a little bit more. Straightening the arms out, gently allowing your chest to fall towards your mat. Take a couple deep inhales here. And exhale. Gently closing the lips, working on that yogic breath, that ocean sounding inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the left to start. Coming off of your mat, maybe reaching both hands over to the left. You might want to stack your right hand on top of the left, lying your right cheek down to the mat. If that doesn't feel good, keep your hands separated. Keep working your hips towards the tops of your feet. And feel that lengthening through the right side of the body. Keep breathing. And now walk the hands back through the center. We're going to take them over to the right now. So again, stacking the left hand. And this time, spider up on your fingertips, straightening the hands out even more, maybe gently. Just take your chest a little bit closer to the mat. Maybe your nose touches now, but feel this gentle opening in the shoulders. From here, we're just going to walk the hands in, right underneath the shoulders, coming into tabletop position. Bring the knees in line with the hips, keeping the feet untucked at the back of the mat. Stacking the joints here, so hips right on top of the knees, shoulders right on top of the wrists. Really ground down in both of your palms. Look down at your hands, yogis. Make sure that each knuckle is pressing firmly into your mat, really finding that grip. Belly button's going to gently press towards the spine, kind of knitting in those core muscles. Maybe you'll look between your thumbs on your mat, and on the next inhale, drop your belly. Take a nice deep cow. Look up, shine your chest forward. And exhale all of that air, pressing your upper back to the ceiling. Another inhale, drop belly, cow. Look up. And exhale all of that air out, back to cat. Opening the shoulders, let it feel good. Two more, inhale, drop your belly. And exhale, squeeze through the shoulders. Last one on the breath, inhale. And your exhale to cat. Come to a neutral back. This time, we're going to bring the left knee in the center line, kick back with the right leg. Maybe look up a little bit. Maybe kick the foot up a little bit more, maybe a demi-flex to the right toes. Let's inhale, kick up a little higher. And now exhale, knee comes to forehead, squeeze. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Two more, inhale. feeling the core work as you squeeze in on the exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Extend that right leg back, kickstand through the left shin, and we're just going to open up into a modified half moon pose. Breathing, stacking the shoulders. Take this into an extension with the top arm, so lengthening long through the right side body. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, bring your knee in, crunch it towards your right elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, crunch. Last one, guys. Re-extend. Exhale, crunch. Feel it in your obliques. This time, re-extend. You can stay right here or reach around, bend through the right knee, grab the top of the foot of the ankle, just a gentle heart opener. Look up. Open up the right side body towards the ceiling. And re-extend everything back. Come back to tabletop position, yogis. Inhale, drop your belly. Take another cow. And exhale, back to cat. Neutral tabletop. This time, bring your right knee in the center line. Kick back with your left toes. Maybe demi-flex or fully flex the toes down. Keep the hips aligned in one long line. Inhale, look up. Kick up ever so slightly. Exhale, knee comes to nose. Press through the upper back, similar to cat. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Two more, extend. And squeeze. Extend. And squeeze, yogis. So good. Re-extend. Time to kickstand out with the right shin. Stacking the shoulders. Open up. Modified half moon. Looking up. Stacking those shoulders. Really reaching through the left fingertips now. Keep flexing through the left toes. Lifting the leg a little higher. Maybe take your upper arm up and over your body. Take an inhale. And now exhale. Elbow comes to knee crunch. Feel it in the obliques. Re-extend. Inhale. Exhale. Crunch. Re-extend. Crunch. Last one. Re-extend. Exhale. Crunch. Re-extend, stay here for a breath or two, or reach back, bend the left leg, grab the top of the foot of the ankle, and open up. Yeah, creating a little bow pull, feeling your left chest open up towards the ceiling. Re-extend everything back out. Come back to tabletop, yogis. Tuck your toes at the back of the mat. Can you hover your knees off of the mat for 3? Only about an inch, guys, for 2. And 1. Slowly work your way towards your very first downward facing dog. Finding the adequate spacing between your feet and your hands. Take your dog for a walk here. Maybe bending one leg while straightening the other, switching it out. Maybe you'd like to come to both tiptoes of each foot. Take your heels over to the left. Maybe take them over to the right. Keep pressing down through every knuckle on each hand as you're doing any of these small little movements in your downward dog. And ultimately, eventually working your way to a nice neutral downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes. Exhale through the mouth. Another one just like that. Inhale. Exhale through the heels. Walk your hands towards the back of the mat. Let's come into ragdoll position. Opening your feet to hip width, maybe a little wider if that feels good. Interlacing the arms, grabbing opposite elbows. Let the head hang. Maybe gently shake your head, yes. And slowly shake no. Any movement that feels intuitive to your body. Keeping the knees bent, maybe your belly even rests on the tops of your thighs. That's fine. Feel that lower back just releasing. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out through the spine, and exhale, forward fold. Another inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. This time, arms sweep out and up. Keep the bend in the knee as you come to a standing position, arms above the head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms above the head. And exhale with a flat back. Slowly use your center to forward fold. Walk the hands out to a high push-up. Placing the palms right underneath the shoulders. Feet are about hip width apart. Maybe it feels good to gently rock front and back, front and back. On the next rock forward, come down to the knees. Bring your chest down, your chin down, 8-point salute. Come into baby cobra, rolling slowly. And exhale, face back down to earth. This next inhale, baby cobra, maybe float your hands, feel the shoulders squeeze together. And exhale, face down. Simply press back to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes again. Exhale, press through the heels. Look to the top of the mat. Tiptoe your feet nice and slowly all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Interlace your hands at your lower back this time. If this is too much on your shoulders, you can keep your arms separated, but squeeze your elbows together. Whether you've interlaced fingers or not, start to slowly fold forward, maybe rinsing out the shoulders. Again, your lower body set up kind of like a rag doll, having a nice, easy bend in the knees. Bring those clasp knuckles up and over, and again, any pinching in the shoulders, just release it. Keeping the arms bent at 90 degrees and close to the body. From here, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms above your head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, maybe a gentle back bend. And exhale, fold forward. With your left foot, step back, runner's lunge. And now, downward facing dog. Shift forward, one fluid motion to high push-up. Knees, chest, chin, all the way down. Baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, face down. Tuck your toes, tabletop. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, runner's lunge, look forward. Forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale the arms above the head, standing tall. And exhale, close it off, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. This time, right foot back, runner's lunge, look up. Downward facing dog. Shift into a high plank. Knees, chest, chin, 8-point salute again. Come into a baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, face down. Press back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, runner's lunge, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Left foot back, runner's lunge to downward facing dog. Shift forward, high push-up. Option to take 8-point salute again, or chaturanga, low push-up. Elbows into the body, 90 degrees. Either baby cobra or upward facing dog on the inhale. Piking the hips back, traveling to downward facing dog, how you like. Left foot forward, runner's lunge. Forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. So good, guys. Lunge salutations to get the heart up. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, fold. Right foot back, runner's lunge. Downward facing dog. Shift forward, high push-up. Variation of yours, chaturanga. Modify whenever you'd like. Upward facing dog or baby cobra to downward facing dog. Right foot forward, runner's lunge. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And close that sequence off, hands to heart center. Just stand here, arms, hands pressing against each other, keeping your eyes gently closed. A gentle bow of the chin, maybe setting an intention for your practice, maybe thinking of someone you love that you haven't seen in a while. Maybe that's who you can focus on during your practice. Bring your arms above your head, another back bend. Exhale, fold forward. This time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms 1 foot at a time, high push-up. Your variation of chaturanga. Upward facing to downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes. Exhale, press. Feet together, right leg lifts down, dog split. Keep your hips in one line. Flexing through the right toes, making sure that right hip isn't higher than the left. And now shift forward, knee to nose, core plank. Bring your shoulders forward, kick it back, down dog split. Knee to right elbow or tricep, get it up nice and high. Kick it back, down dog split. Knee back to nose, hover, hold for 3. Squeeze for 2. Crescent lunge on 1. Again, modification, you can come down to the left knee. This is just fine, or all the way to crescent. Breathe here, nice and deeply, guys. Looking up, keeping the pelvis tucked a little bit. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's open up into warrior 2. Extend your both arms nice and long. Keep your right toes facing forward. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Maintain that front knee bend. Take another breath here. Lengthen through the right side body. And now cartwheel the hands down to runner's lunge. Take a lunge twist. Right arm lifts up. Stack your shoulders. Back to runner's lunge. Step back to downward facing dog. Options to float your right leg. As you shift forward, take your chaturanga. High to low push-up. Upward facing to downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes. Breathe out, heels down. Feet together, left leg lifts up this time, keeping the hips in line. Keep those left toes flexed down towards your mat. Kicking back, kicking up simultaneously. Pressing through both hands, guys. Shift forward, knee to nose, core plank. Bring your shoulders forward. Kick it back, down dog split. Shift forward, knee over left. Elbow, maybe the tricep, maybe your armpit. Kick it back, down dog split. Shift forward, knee to nose, hover, hold, squeeze, engage your core for 3. Sneaking in that core work, guys, for 2. Crescent lunge. Place the left foot between the hands, root to rise, lift up. Again, keeping the shoulders low, palms face in. Maybe your pinky fingers wrap towards each other. Pelvis tucks, belly button engaged, pressing towards the spine. Feel your core at work here, guys. Breathe again. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's open up into Warrior 2. Pressing down through both feet equally. Blade of the back foot engages and presses firmly in the mat. Shoulders drop, arms in one long line. Maybe setting your drishti between your fingers, maybe your middle finger on the left hand. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Maybe crawl your right fingers down the leg. Breathe, maybe look up. One more breath, guys. And to runner's lunge. Take a lunge twist, left arm lift, stacking the shoulders. Let this feel so good. Back to runner's lunge. Step back to downward facing dog. Maybe you float that left leg as you bring your body forward. Take your chaturanga. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, press through the heels. Look forward, bend the knees nice and deeply, and hop all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way, hands above the head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Big toes touch, space between the heels. Sit down in your invisible chair, keeping the spine long, belly engaged. Breathe, maybe sit a little deeper, do a little toe check. Make sure you can lift your toes, you can see your toes. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a twist over to the right, yogis. Using your left elbow to wrap the outside of the right knee. Thumbs can work towards the sternum. Sitting down, keep the spine lengthening. Take another breath. And exhale, forward fold. Open your feet up, hip width. Let's take gorilla pose, walking the toes all the way on the hands. Maybe your toes touch the backs of your wrists. Once you've got your hand and feet placement, inhale, bend the knees deeply, look forward. And exhale, fold into your Baddha Konasana. Breathe, feel your legs lengthening and your head coming even closer to the mat. From here, take a step away from your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, arms above the head again. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to take a figure 4 position, getting into the hips. Ground down through the left foot. Figure 4. Sitting back, similar to chair pose. Maybe shift your weight back. Looking down. Hands can stay right here at your heart. If you'd like a little more, you can start to crawl your fingers down to the mat. Sitting down, feel this nice, juicy opening in the right hip. Anywhere you'd like to go. I know some of you guys out there love to take flying pigeon. If you choose to do that, I'll see if I can avoid smashing my head. Wrap these right toes on the outside of your left upper arm, making contact with your right knee on the back of the right arm. Finding chaturanga arms, leaning forward. Maybe you can lift your toes up. Maybe you can find that left leg wants to extend behind you. And if you give it a try and you fall, that means you did good. Take a breath wherever you are in this hip opener. And now release the both legs down. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, hop or step back, high to low push-up, chaturanga. However you'd like to travel back to downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, press through the heels. Look to the top of the mat. Bend the knees deeply. You know where we're going. Hop or step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms above the head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's set up Utkatasana again. Sitting down, finding this chair, our good old friend. Again, do that toe check. Shift your weight back. Maybe keep your toes lifted as the weight migrates towards the heels. This time, sit a little deeper. Let's take a twist over to the left. Thumbs can go towards the sternum. I'll face the camera so you can see the action. Toes together, space between the heels. You're working those thumbs towards the sternum and looking over, pulling that left shoulder back. Sit down a little deeper. Make sure your hips are a little lower than your heart. Take another breath, guys. And forward fold, facing the top of the mat. This time, interlace your yogi toes. So big fingers. You've got your yogi toe lock. Look forward, bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale, fold into your yogi toe lock. Any excess room you have in your elbows, they can just gently open up to the side. Feel the work in your shoulders right here. Take another breath. And release your two big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms above your head. And exhale, hands to heart center, guys. Let's take figure 4 on the left. Grounding down nice and firmly in the right foot. You're going to set yourself up. Figure 4 position. So this is going to be facing the top of your mat. Flexing nice and hard through the left toes. Help to protect your left knee joint. You're sitting back like a chair. You can have your hands to your heart center to start. Maybe sitting down a little bit more. Going however deep feels good for your left hip. And again, the opportunity to take this into a flying pigeon on this side, if that is in your practice. Otherwise, keep breathing. Fold, maybe sit down a little more. Go to your edge. Feel this in your left hip. Take another breath, guys. Release the foot down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms. Bend the knees. Maybe your knees come to the backs of the arms. Try not to let them drape over your arms. Bring your knees right to either your triceps or your armpits. We're going to take crow pose, shifting your weight forward, setting your drishti maybe 18 inches or so in front of your hands. If you look down, you'll fall. Breathe here, guys, for 2. And 1. Shoot back, chaturanga. High to low push-up. Upward facing, modify whatever you'd like. Let's take child's pose. Catching your breath here for a moment. Opening the knees even wider now. You might already notice a little hip opening. You can stay right here. You're welcome to kind of pop your left hand under your face. Raise your right arm up. Let's thread the needle. Opening up ever so gently in your shoulders. Maybe walking, crawling your left fingers towards the top of the mat. And if you yogis at home like to take this into a balancing posture, go right ahead. Breathing for 3. for 2. For 1, place your left palm right under your face again. Re-extend the right arm up. Roll around the wrist a little. And now switch it out. Right hand down. Left arm goes up. And thread your needle. Left side. Again. All right. To the face. Open right back up. Roll around in that left wrist. And from here, place your palms down. Bring your knees under the hips. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes. Exhale, press through the heels. Feet together, back of the mat. Right leg lifts up. Down dog split. This time, bend your knee. Open your hip. Feeling this opening. Letting this talk to you as you gently try to stamp your right knee towards the ceiling. Can you keep your shoulders in line though? Shift forward, knee to nose, core plank. Kick it back, down dog split. Again, knee to right elbow or tricep. Kick it back, down dog split. Knee to left elbow, tricep, stay here or fall in triangle. Extend through the leg. Open up your left arm. This posture sure does feel yummy. And now shift back to downward facing dog split. Shift forward, crescent lunge again. Right foot between the hands, lift up. This time, hands come to heart center. We're going to lift off, warrior 3. You can keep your hands right where they are. You can take airplane wing arms. Wherever you are, hips in one line. So cranking that left hip down, keep the left toes flexed. One more breath, yogis. Gentle bend in the right knee. We're setting up for standing needle, standing split. You can inhale, halfway lift as you prepare for your posture. And exhale, fold into your standing needle, standing split. It's okay if you don't kick up that high. Perhaps grab the back of your right leg. Breathe here. Pull your face even closer to your right shin. From here, inhale, halfway lift, a little glute workout. Exhale, bend your both knees. You're going to scoop your left leg behind your right, like a little curtsy squat, and kick back, standing needle. 2 more like that, yogis. Bend, look forward. Try not to put too much weight in the hands. Keep it all in the right leg. Kick back. Final one, curtsy squat. Look forward. Kick back, standing needle. From here, step back, runner's lunge. You're going to scoot your right foot out to the right. Palms on the inside of the right foot. Let's take lizard lunge. Maybe coming down to one or both forearms. Again, you can take this as active as you'd like. Maybe finding a bind. Maybe taking an arm balance. I have seen you guys in class. I know what you're capable of. You're welcome to keep that left knee lifted off of the mat or bring the left knee down. Maybe untuck the left toes, getting in to the right hip, maybe rolling to the right blade edge of the foot. You're welcome to come back up on the left palm. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Maybe you start to bend through the left knee, grab the inside of the foot. Yeah, feeling this work in the upper thigh on the left leg. Take another breath, guys. Come back to lizard lunge, both of your palms down. From here, step back to high push-up. From here, come to one forearm at a time, forearm plank. You are welcome to walk your legs into your arms, coming into dolphin. Or maybe if you were like me, too far forward, you walk your elbows in a little bit. You can stay here in dolphin, guys. Getting a lot of work in the shoulders, just holding this posture. If you want more, you can start to lift. We'll start with the right leg this time. Maybe look forward. You might find that you're able to hop up. Just take little bunny hops. Maybe you'd like to stick this, if you can take this into a full forearm balance. Breathe anywhere you are. 4, 3, 4, 2, and 1. Return to dolphin. Walk your feet back, forearm plank. Pelvis down, Sphinx pose, guys, so good. Gripping the mat, pulling the mat towards your belly. Maybe inhale, look up. On the exhale, bring your right ear over to the right shoulder. And now chin down towards the chest. Maybe left ear over towards the left shoulder. Chin back down. Awesome, guys. Palms underneath. Your shoulders almost like they're on the either side of your ribs. Let's press up into a high cobra here. So thighs down on the earth, working the arms towards straight, getting a nice, good back bend. We've worked up to this. Let it feel good. From here, come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale to the tiptoes. Exhale, press. Feet together, back of the mat. Left leg lifts up this time, down dog split. Bend the knee, open the hip. External rotation, like you're stamping that left knee now to the ceiling. Keep pressing your right heel towards the earth. Keep your shoulders aligned. Beautiful, guys. From here, shift forward, knee to nose, core plank. Kick it back, down dog split. Come into knee to the left elbow tricep, bring it up high. Kick it back, down dog split. This time, knee to the right elbow tricep, stay here or fall in triangle, extend. The left leg long, maybe the heel comes even closer to the top of the mat. Feel good. And breathe. You're doing it. When you're ready, switch back, down dog split. Shift forward, crescent lunge. Setting up, grounding down through the feet. Beautiful, guys. Hands can come to heart center. We're going to lift off, warrior 3. Again, option to keep the hands right where they are, prayer position. Maybe take them into airplane wing arms. Feel your triceps light up here if you do that. Your nice, long, and strong capital letter T. When you are ready, lower the upper body. Bend through the left knee. We're going to inhale, halfway lift to standing needle, standing split prep. Exhale, fold into your standing needle. Again, working your both legs straight. Try not to lock them out though. Maybe grab the back of the left arm with the left hand. The left leg with the left hand. Kick up a little higher if you can. If you do have the grip, release it. Look forward. Bend your both knees. Come into that curtsy squat. Kick it back. Standing needle, standing split. 2 more of those curtsy squats. Bend, look forward. Less weight in the hands. Feel this in the thigh. Final curtsy squat. Kick back, standing needle. We are slowly coming to runner's lunge, guys. Lighting that right foot down as light as a feather. Setting up for lizard lunge. Scooching your left toes out to the left. Staying right here. This is fine. Maybe coming down one forearm at a time. Maybe you come down to the right knee. Let this feel good, opening up any of those tight spots in your left side hip. I'll give you 5 or 6 breaths to explore here. Same options as other side. You're welcome to come back up on the right hand. Look over your shoulder. Maybe roll to the blade edge of your left foot this time. Bend, maybe grab the inside or the outside of the foot. Opening up, feeling the stretch along the front thigh of the right leg. Awesome, guys. From here, we're just going to re-extend the leg. If you did have that grip, coming back to lizard lunge. Walk the foot back in. Look forward. From here, we're going to step back to high push-up. A little detour, guys. Either knees down, chaturanga low push-up. Back up to high push-up. Let's take Vashisthasana to the left. So heels go to the left. Your right arm is going to lift up. Not here too terribly long, but pressing these equal hips towards the ceiling. Breathing deeply, maybe staggering the feet, maybe lifting this top leg. And then come back to high push-up. Keep the feet together, Vashisthasana to the right, heels towards the right. Left arm lifts, again stay or play with that lifted leg. Maybe take tree pose, maybe yogi toe lock, your variation, your choice. And when you're ready, yogis, back to high push-up. One forearm at a time, forearm plank. This time, back to Sphinx pose. Take a breath here. And let it go. Let's do a lion's breath. Take an inhale. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Let it go. Awesome, guys. Tuck your back toes. We're going to set up for dolphin again. So maybe walking your toes one more time towards your elbows or finding that balanced position towards the center of your mat, wherever you are. If you're like me, you've got furniture nearby. Be a little careful. Staying right here, opening up through the shoulders feels so good. Or maybe you lift your left toes up. The more you lift, you'll notice your hips start to stack over your elbows, over your shoulders. You'll notice that it's even lighter weight to lift. Finding your forearm balance, if that's in your practice. Taking this as deep as you'd like. Breathing for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Slow return. Dolphin. Walk the toes back. This time, allow the belly to all the way down. Downward facing Shavasana. Cheek to the earth. Relax. Face up. Allow your shoulders to open. And breathe. And switch cheeks. If we were in the studio, I'd walk up, maybe squish your tops of your feet. Maybe shake your hips a little side to side. I sure miss that human interaction, guys. Hands-on adjustments. We'll get there again one day, I promise. And when you're ready, guys, heart rate is back down. Press back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, take your downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes. Exhale, press through the heels. Feet together, back of the mat. Right leg lifts up, down dog split. Bend the knee, open your hip. If you'd like to flip your dog, go right ahead, flip your dog. Maybe you'd like to stay right here or come down to the left forearm. If you'd like to work on your funky forearm challenge, bring your right hand right in line with your left elbow, and then you'll see, just like we did with that dolphin, start to hop up. Maybe notice you gather your feet upwards towards the ceiling. If you are in flip dog, keep pressing your belly button towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, flip back over. Come back to down dog split, square everything off, knee to nose. Kick it back, down dog split. Another knee to nose, core plank. Kick it back, down dog split. Knee to right elbow tricep. Pendulum swing the right toes towards the left. We're setting up for pigeon, yogis. I have a block handy. You are welcome, if this feels good to you, to set the block underneath the right thigh, helping you find a little bit more alignment. Working your right shin towards the top of the mat. It's okay if it angles off, especially with a block. This will take a lot of that pressure off of your right knee and kind of put it back in your hips where you want it. You're welcome to inhale. If you know a king pigeon variation, go right ahead. You've got plenty of breathing to do that with. I'm just going to skip right on down. And for me, once I find my alignment, I'm going to come down and start to rest my head towards the mat. Pigeon pose. Keeping my right toes flexed. It's going to help to protect my knee joint. And breathe, guys. Let this be a nice restorative posture. If you want even more, you're welcome to start walking your hands over towards the left. Again, feeling that lengthening like we did in the very beginning of practice through the right side body. Maybe your right cheek comes down to the mat. Just a different variation. And whenever you're ready, and you've had enough of your pigeon, linger as long as you'd like, guys. We're just going to shift the weight back to a downward facing dog split. I'm going to move my block aside. Welcome to kind of roll that hip out. That feels good, getting some of that fluid back in the hip. If you've rolled one way, maybe take it in the other direction. Setting back up into downward facing dog, Shift your weight forward, high push-up. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale to your tiptoes, yogis. Exhale, press through the heels. Feet together, the left leg lifts up this time. Down dog split, bend the knee, open the hip. Again, stay or play, flip your dog. Or work on that funky forearm balance. Coming down to the right forearm, use your left hand right in line with your right elbow. And hop until you lightly lift your legs up. Breathe and focus for 3, 2. Any way you can, travel back to downward dog split. Shift forward, knee to nose, core plank. Kick back, down dog split. Another knee to nose, core plank. Kick it back, down dog split. Knee to left elbow tricep this time. Pendulum swing the right toes to the right. Pigeon pose. Same opportunity. Maybe one hip's a little tighter than the other. Finding that alignment. Allowing yourself to set up, and if it feels better for you to take a reclined pigeon, then do that. Again, taking this into a full king pigeon option is always available. Working your shin in line, but protecting your joint the entire time of the left knee. When you're ready, yogis, fold into your pigeon. Breathe into those tight spots. Focus on those. Every exhale, you're taking that breath right to those tense areas. And every inhale, they loosen up just a little bit more. It's a great visualizing technique to help you get into the hips even deeper. You're welcome to stay right here. Maybe walk your hands over to the right like we did earlier. Maybe your left cheek comes down, keeping the hips pressing. Awesome, guys. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. We're just going to step back, opening up that left hip. One final time, roll around, maybe one direction at first from your downward facing dog. Maybe take it in the other direction. Finishing off in downward facing dog, open the hands a little wider than shoulder width. Look forward, bend the knees, and hop or step to a seated position. We're taking Baddha Konasana now. Soles of the feet pressing against each other. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe grab the front of your shins. As you exhale, gently fold forward. Maybe your arms can open up, pressing down on the inner thighs. A little bit different angle to getting into the hips. You're welcome to maybe even grab your two tops of your feet with your both hands. Gently pulling your forehead towards the tops of your feet. Awesome, guys. Bring your knees in. Give them a little hug. We're going to take Navasana, boat pose. Working the legs towards straight. We won't be here for very long, yogis. Just breathe here for 5. Holding this high boat for 4. Toes might come in line with the vision for 3. For 2. Keep a nice, straight, strong back. And 1 all the way down. Bring your knees in. Give them a hug. Maybe gently and slowly roll to the right and the left. Just windshield wipering your knees side to side, releasing any tension you're holding in your neck, your lower back, your shoulders. We've got time for a little inversion here, guys. I'm going to take waterfall pose since I've got a block handy. To me, it feels so good to place this right underneath my lower back. Legs can extend up to the ceiling. I'm going to have my hands open, palms face up. Or you can take Sleeping Tiger. Arms extend up. Relax your toes, relax your legs. Not a whole lot of effort here, just kind of slowing down the blood flow. If you know plow pose, or maybe assisted shoulder stand, you are welcome to take it there. Starting to relax even deeper with every inhale and exhale. When you're ready, you're welcome again to come into plow pose, perhaps passing through Utkatasana, if Utkatasana, left hand's pose, is in your practice. Move that block, and we're just going to roll down wherever you are for 3. Keep your core strong for 2. And slowly 1. Keep hovering those legs. Take your precious time to take them down to the earth. We've got time for Matsyasana, fish pose. I love to use a block for this as well. Lengthwise, right between the shoulder blades. Allowing the tops of your head, or the top of your head, I should say, to gently drape over the block. Boy, this feels good. Nice, easy, heart-opening posture to end your practice. If it feels good, you can keep your legs extended out in front of you or take Swoop to Baddha Konasana legs. Soles of the feet together, knees gently drape open. Any option. Breathe for 3. Melt into your mat for 2. And 1. Moving the block aside if you haven't. Lying all the way down. Bring your right knee in to give it a hug. At first, hugging it towards the center line of your chest. Maybe flexing the right toes. And now take this right knee, pull it over like you're tucking it underneath your right arm. You're going to pack something up and take it with you on a nice stroll. Really working into your lower abdominals this way, really getting those organs squeezed out. When you're ready, take this into a gentle supine twist. The right knee is going to continue to bend. Take it over to the left. Maybe your right arm extends, maybe your gaze follows. Working at the same time, your right knee down to earth as your right shoulder. Bring your right knee back in. One final squeeze, yogis. And switch it out. This time, collect your left knee. Pull it right in the center line to start. Maybe flex those right toes up, opening up throughout the entire right leg here. And now take this left knee, kind of move it more towards the left side ribs, tucking it into your armpit. Pressing the knee down nice and tight. And now take this into a supine twist. Maybe shift your hips to the left a little, allow for more twisting. The left knee will drape over to the right, your left. This time bring your both knees back in. Final hug of your knees towards your chest. Wrap your arms really tightly around your legs. You might grab opposite elbows, maybe even lifting your head up, maybe even grabbing your feet. Create a tiny little ball, really tensing your muscles here. Flex through the toes, pull your face towards your knees. Take a humongous inhale. Hold it at the top for 3. Sip in a little more air for 2. And release everything back on 1. Final Shavasana pose. Moving everything aside. Take up all the space you can, yogis. Maybe gently tucking the shoulders into your body. Palms can face up. Feel really heavy here. Maybe returning to your intention one final time. Sending out that love, those positive feelings, thoughts, or maybe keeping it for yourself. That's perfectly fine too. Enjoy. You stay here as long as you would like. If you want to stay here for 10 minutes, stay here for 10 minutes. I'm going to gently talk you back into waking, so wiggling the fingers and the toes, maybe rolling your head to the left and the right gently. On your way up, you can roll to the right side body, collect the knees towards the chest. Rolling over, using your right arm as a gentle pillow. And then, only when you're ready, feel free to come back up just where we started into a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, keeping that breath nice and deep. Maybe sitting up tall, a comfortable cross-legged position, keeping the shoulders dropped from the ears. Maybe shifting them back an inch or two, in line with your hips. Palms can face up on the tops of your knees, a gentle bow of the chin. Stay here for a few more breaths, yogis. I read something that I thought I'd share with you guys by Glennon Doyle. Keep going. That's all you have to do, ever. You really don't have to be amazing or fierce or beautiful or successful or even good. Just keep going, please. Slowly is fine. Crawling is even fine. No feeling is final except hope. And I'm sending you all hope and a sense of keeping on going. Bring your hands to your heart center, friends. Keeping the eyes closed, take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. We all say, Namaste. I love you. Thank you so much, guys.